Massive Yemeni missiles destroy and set fire to the Israeli Foreign Ministry in Tel Aviv, while Sisi bombs Sanaa. Yemeni anger strikes with full force and does not stop as swarms of cruise missiles and massive drones ignite fires in Tel Aviv neighborhoods. The Israeli police have confirmed that a fire broke out at the headquarters of the Israeli Foreign Ministry, with more than 20 settlers injured by Yemeni missiles. Abdul-Malik al-Houthi has declared full mobilization of Yemen's most powerful weapons, while Egyptian intelligence has arrived in Yemen to support main Abdul-Malik's government in an offensive against the Houthis. Yemeni missiles set the Israeli Foreign Ministry ablaze in an unprecedented escalation. The Houthi group in Yemen has claimed responsibility for launching a long-range hypersonic missile targeting the Israeli Foreign Ministry in Tel Aviv. The attack occurred this morning, triggering air raid sirens across several areas in central Israel, causing panic among residents. According to informed sources, the missile struck one of the ministry buildings, causing significant material damage, with initial reports of injuries among employees. Israeli authorities have not yet disclosed the number of casualties or the extent of the damage, but they confirmed they are investigating how the missile reached this area, despite advanced defense systems. For its part, the Houthi group stated that this attack was in retaliation for what it described as Israel's ongoing aggression against the Palestinian people. It vowed to continue targeting strategic Israeli sites if the attacks do not cease. Meanwhile, the Israeli military announced that the Air Force intercepted a missile coming from Yemen before it entered Israeli airspace. However, air raid sirens were still heard in multiple areas in central Israel after the launch. The Israeli emergency services reported that more than 20 people were injured due to panic and stampedes while rushing to shelters, with some suffering severe anxiety attacks. Yemeni attack burns down one of Tel Aviv's largest banks. Yemeni sources reported that a massive missile named Palestine 2 was launched toward Tel Aviv today, targeting the city's largest bank, Hapoalim Lomi. According to the spokesperson of the Yemeni armed forces, the operation was carried out in response to Israel's escalation and airstrikes on Yemeni territory. Reports indicate that the missile struck its intended target, causing extensive material damage to the bank building and surrounding areas. Israeli media reported that air raid sirens sounded in Tel Aviv before the explosion. Israeli authorities confirmed that air defense systems attempted to intercept the missile, but the interception was not entirely successful. So far, no confirmed reports of casualties have been issued, while emergency teams are assessing the damage and searching for possible injuries. This attack has sparked widespread international reactions, marking the first time a major financial institution inside Israel has been targeted by a Yemeni missile from outside its borders. Military analysts suggest that this escalation could further destabilize the region and lead to potential military responses. Cargo ship set ablaze in Israel. The Yemeni armed forces announced that they conducted 3 military operations using drones against targets in northern and southern Israel over the past 8 hours. Houthi military spokesman Yahya Sari stated in a press release that 2 operations targeted unspecified locations in northern Israel, using several drones. The third operation targeted an undisclosed vital site in the Eilat region on the Red Sea. Sari confirmed that all 3 operations successfully hit their targets. Meanwhile, Israeli media leaked reports suggesting that a massive US cargo ship carrying weapons caught fire off the coast of Eilat. Israeli authorities, however, have remained silent on the matter. The Israeli military reported an attempt to intercept a missile launched from Yemen. According to Israeli military spokesperson Avichai Adrai, the Air Force engaged the missile before it could enter Israeli airspace. Israeli media described the incident as unprecedented. Reports indicate that the Houthis launched a long-range cruise missile from a new military frigate named Zalzala 1, which allegedly entered service secretly. The frigate, reportedly developed with direct assistance from Russian experts, represents a significant advancement in the Houthis' naval capabilities. This has raised concerns about their technical capabilities and the level of foreign support they receive. According to reports, the Zalzala 1 frigate was built using advanced technology under Russian supervision, equipped with sophisticated electronic systems and long-range cruise missile launch platforms. The missile fired from the frigate is said to have a symbolic name that has not yet been disclosed. It allegedly possesses advanced capabilities to bypass state-of-the-art air defense systems and can carry either conventional or highly explosive warheads with an operational range of thousands of kilometers and a precision accuracy within a few meters. According to leaks, the missile targeted Tel Aviv, reflecting a shift in Houthi strategy towards striking long-range external targets. Analysts believe the development of the Zalzala-1 frigate and its missile resulted from advanced technical and military cooperation with foreign entities, particularly Russian experts. This has caused significant concern among regional and international powers, as it represents a new level of challenge in the region. In response, Israel is expected to intensify its military actions, potentially launching airstrikes against Houthi positions in Yemen. Citing sources close to Russian intelligence, reports indicate that the Houthis carried out a sophisticated attack using a long-range Burkan 3 missile targeting the Haifa port in Israel. According to intelligence reports, the primary target was the Israeli submarine INS Rahav, which was docked at the port. The missile reportedly struck the submarine directly, causing a fire in its rear section. Yemeni missiles caused major damage. The attack coincided with the use of drones to provide intelligence coverage and ensure precise targeting. This strike is part of an escalating series of operations by the Houthis, who have declared their support for Palestinian factions and vowed to expand their attacks to include ships and facilities linked to Israel in both the Mediterranean and Red Seas. Russian sources suggest that if the accuracy of this operation is confirmed, it indicates advanced Houthi capabilities in using long-range precision weapons in coordination with regional allies. Analysts believe these actions reflect the growing escalation in the region and the expansion of what has been called the Unified Front, aimed at targeting Israeli interests. However, the Yemeni forces have not yet issued an official statement regarding this incident. Yemeni forces launch major retaliation campaign. Yemeni forces announced today that they had carried out a missile attack targeting Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv, using 4 advanced hypersonic missiles of the Palestine 3 type. In their statement, the group claimed that the attack directly hit an Israeli F-15 fighter jet inside the airport, completely disabling it while also damaging 4 other aircraft stationed in the targeted area. Additionally, 8 Israeli settlers were reportedly injured due to the ensuing panic as they rushed to shelters. Israeli authorities denied reports of severe damage at the airport, stating that the Iron Dome defense system successfully intercepted some of the missiles. However, local media reported that the chaos inside the airport led to widespread panic and briefly disrupted flight operations. This attack highlights the increasing challenges Israel faces in countering Yemeni missile strikes, which are characterized by high speed and the ability to evade traditional air defense systems. This serious escalation comes amid rising tensions between both sides, with growing concerns that it could lead to further conflict in the region despite international calls for de-escalation. Yemeni missiles set Mossad headquarters ablaze. Yemeni forces have claimed responsibility for a precision missile attack targeting a Mossad headquarters in Tel Aviv using a hypersonic Palestine 2 missile. The group stated that the strike was in retaliation for repeated Israeli aggressions in the region. Israeli media reported that the explosion caused massive fires within one of the building's floors, triggering widespread panic and confusion among Israeli security forces. Local reports indicated that the blast resulted in severe structural damage, with thick smoke rising over Tel Aviv. Unconfirmed sources suggested that there were casualties among personnel inside the facility, though Israeli authorities have not yet confirmed this information. The Israeli government has remained silent on the matter, while Hebrew media reported heightened security alerts and intensive investigations into how the attack was carried out and whether a security breach allowed the missile to penetrate so deep into Israeli territory. This attack marks a major shift in the level of threats posed by Yemeni forces, as it is the first reported strike on a Mossad facility in the ongoing conflict with Israel. The incident raises concerns over Israel's ability to defend against such threats in the future. Yemeni missiles destroy American and Israeli fighter jets. Houthi military spokesperson Brigadier General Yahya Saree announced that their forces had struck Ben Gurion Airport near Tel Aviv and a power station south of Jerusalem, while also targeting a U.S. aircraft carrier in the Red Sea. In a televised statement, Saree declared that the group had successfully executed 2 operations, the first targeting Ben Gurion Airport in Jaffa with a hypersonic Palestine 2 missile, and the second striking the power station south of occupied Jerusalem with a Du al-Fikar missile. The spokesperson stated that these attacks are part of the 5th phase of escalation and would continue until Israel ceases its aggression on Gaza and lifts the blockade. In the same statement, Surrey revealed that alongside the attacks on Ben Gurion Airport and the Jerusalem Power Station, Houthi forces had also targeted the US aircraft carrier USS Harry S. Truman in the Red Sea. According to him, this naval attack was conducted using a large number of drones and missiles, successfully thwarting a major US airstrike planned against Yemen. A US general aboard the carrier reportedly acknowledged that an F-35 fighter jet sustained damage in the attack.